Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Today we are going to be doing a flip through of all of my 2020 work. There are 2 sketchbooks and the pile of loose stuff that I've gone through throughout the year, and we are going to start with the top one. Let's scooch these guys over to the side. I'll zoom you in. Zoom. There we go. And this is super faded over time, but I did jelly roll some stuff on the cover of the book, which I thought looked super cool on the cover. And then I have stickers as well. I have my Paletful Packs Walnut Edition sticker, and this is a sticker that I ordered from oh nuts. I'll pop down in the comments below who that's from. This one and this one. I'm Going Somewhere Beautiful sticker I thought was really pretty, so I put that in here as well. I don't think I did much more on the cover. That's a password for something, I don't even know. Moving right along. Here's my stickers. And I started this sketchbook in January, and most of it is probably pen and ink. This is watercolor wash and pen and ink with a little bit of gold. Where is that guy? A little bit of this gold zebra brush pen. I love this thing. Got it in an art box, and I really enjoy it. And then there's this guy. He is pastels. A bit of pastel chalk art. And then my fox. I actually have a story that I'm working on with foxes. I think he turned out, I like this one a lot. I like how it looks like he's looking right out of the page at you. Doodling ideas for a large piece that I never finished. Like, I never finished this thought pattern. It's something I would like to come back to though. There's an owl sketch. And a blank page, because why not? And this actually turned into a larger piece, which I can show you right now. This sketch turned into, I don't know if you're able to see it with the cover. Yeah, it turned into this larger watercolor piece, which I really love how it turned out. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. See the whole piece? I love all the beautiful colors on this one. This is ink and a little bit of washi or jelly roll for the super white details. But yeah, I love how this piece turned out. This one's definitely going up in the shop. Put that back in the pile. But I enjoy the ink drawing as well. And a kingfisher. I like drawing birds a lot. This is a YouTube video. Just doodling trees. This is the tree out my window. It's a tall birch. It's like half of the tree at this point. And again, that gold brush pen. And more doodling from mind. Why, I couldn't even begin to tell you. This is one of the pine trees outside my window, which I'm actually particularly proud of this drawing. I love how it turned out. All cool textures. And the shadow. I really like that one. I do have several blank pages because this is just an ink and marker sketch of the building across the way. Because I mean to come back and fill them, I just never did. Yeah, just notes and then a couple of graphite landscapes. The ocean. And then I think a river. I used a little bit of jelly roll on those as well. And then this is gouache and watercolor. And a sketch I did in ink and watercolor wash. This is my brown Faber-Castells. Well, brown, I say brown. I think I mean sepia. Yeah, dark sepia. These Faber-Castell Pitt pens are, they're just so nice. I have a little bit of a set going on. And then the white is Jelly Roll. I really enjoyed this piece too. I thought it turned out cool. And then my alpaca drawing. But before him was another little landscape in colored pencil. This is also a YouTube video, a lunchtime sketch video. Which I think I changed that playlist to sketch with me or sketching. I don't remember. But I did my little alpaca dude, and then I wanted to do him like bigger and more proportionate, and he's in pastels, which is why there's tissue paper. I think he turned out pretty cool. I enjoy him. I like his teeth. And then, oh yeah, I was getting squirrely. I was sketching squirrels. And then a little pen and ink drawing with watercolor wash. A little girl playing at the sea. Another kingfisher, because I can't even help myself. This one is ink and watercolor wash as well. I like him. I think he turned out pretty cool. I really like my sketches more than I like a lot of my finished pieces. I have to get the idea down and it's sketchy and loose. This is colored pencil, which I don't work in very often, but when I do, I work very loose, and I like a lot of colors to show through. And then I didn't work on this page because I knew I was going to watercolor wash on this one. A little dachshund peeking out from a blanket. And another bird, another owl. Pen and ink, a little bit of pastel for the background and over the top. I think this is also a YouTube video, like one of my sketch videos. Ink and that brush pen again, the gold one. And this is my nefarious dude. I meant to draw him sweet and innocent, but he just looks like he's up to no good. He's one of my favorites. I think I want to put him in the shop as a sticker and possibly a print. We'll see. Oh, practicing landscapes with gouache. I wasn't happy, so I stopped. This is me quitting. Moving on. Oh, this is my crab dude. He turned into my space crab painting that you'll see later on. He's on like the rocks by the ocean, and his claws are in front of him, but he's like overlooking the ocean. And the whole time I was sketching him, all I could think was space crab. He looks like he's on a meteor heading into space. But he's all scratchy, scribbly pen and ink. I enjoy doing the scratchy, scribbly pen and ink drawings. You can get him far away. It looks pretty cool. Practicing landscape with gouache once again. I gave up. Elephants. Ink and a little bit of graphite for shadowing. My elephants. That's how the baby says it. I did this at I think I did these at my sister's when I was visiting her in Maryland. Hanging out, waiting for a little turtle dude coming out of his egg. Waiting for them to get done doing whatever it is they were doing. Yeah, and I was doodling at the dining room table. Little doorway and a tree. And just felt right, I guess. I don't know. Oops. One of my cords just fell. Sorry. Doodled a little flower. Won't waste space. And this is part of my frog piece, which is in the pile somewhere. A little lily pad I got like lost in the details and just never finished it. Kitty cat, wasn't happy with how he was turning out, so I flipped the page. And I didn't do anything here because I knew I was going to ink here. And in case I went back to watercolor over it, I didn't want it to bleed through, but it ended up being one of those scenes where I didn't do watercolor, I did graphite in the back instead. So there's like a little town. And then, I don't know, I enjoy the whole making up planets, or what would you call this? Creating your own scene or world building. decided to do deer, and I shadowed him in purple. Why? Because art. I think he turned out cool though. He, she, he. The boys only. Only the boys get the antlers. Then mushrooms. Super light. Most of my graphite drawings tend to be really, really light. I don't often work in strictly graphite. And I really wanted to do him as a larger piece, as a little puppy playing in a puddle. Thought he was cute. My penguins. I enjoy penguins. Birds, really. But these guys turned out cool. I was doing pointillism while watching TV. Listening to a show I've watched 1,000 times. And this actually I turned into a painting, which is somewhere in the hodgepodge of art, and I have a print of it as well. So yeah, I can put it over there. This sketch ended up turning into this watercolor piece, which is cool to see what you can do with your sketches after the fact. Yeah, I was working on eyes. Well, I was going to work on eyes, and then I was dissatisfied, so I moved on to doodling this tree, which is up on my Instagram. There's the sketch before I added color, and then there's this one that kind of got a little dark. But I have this idea in my head of a larger piece involving this tree. It is on my project list for 2021. There's a whole story behind it. And this is more ink, the zebra brush pen in gold, and black waterproof pens. My bees, my bugs. I really enjoy drawing bugs, but that gold pen is really, really nice. Get some great line work with it. And it's fun. It's super fun. And this is not a full sketchbook. I think it's only half full, so we're almost done with this guy. This is that brush pen again, hot air balloon. A little bit of colored pencil, I think. Oh, or chalk. That might be pastel. Pen and ink and watercolor. Just practice. I had a thought pattern for a world, but you can see through both of the sides, the other sides, so I just decided not to draw on these pages. And then I did some more practice landscape pieces, pen and ink, and then ink and watercolor wash. I like both. There's a little bit of gel pen in there as well. Another deer. I just sketched him in pencil and then went over him in purple, and a purple marker that I have, I don't know, and then watercolor. But I really like him. I like a lot. I think he turned out pretty cool. I might do something with him in the shop as well. And then leaves and acorns. I feel like I'm not close enough to the camera for the leaves and acorns to really do them justice. Leaves and acorns. And then this is the scene from the upstairs of the building I work in. If you're looking down from the cafeteria, that's the street scene, the sidewalk by the road. And there's a little garden patch there. And my bear. I think he turned out so cool. And then we were watching my boyfriend and I were watching the Comic-Con stuff, and there was a contest to draw the Superman symbol, and I got in on that, so that's why that's there. And then I really am taken with this kind of smooth, there's pastel in there, with the whole floating idea, the floating islands idea. I'd say I wrote Avatar up there. That's what was in my head. But this is just sketched out of my brain because I can. And then my friend's dog Taco. A little sketch of him. There he is. He's adorable. He loves his daddy. And then a list of things I want to put in the shop. And I believe that's it for this one. Yeah, I see these. I have 2 of these sketchbooks, and they are pretty dense. So I got halfway through this one, and that kind of stopped me. I don't think I dated very many of these. Yeah, October. So that was in October. I must have that guy over there, and that brings us to October, Inktober. And then we're going to go through all of the loose pieces for the year. But if you want to see the Inktober video, it is up on the channel as an Inktober flip with commentary about the first several pieces in this book are all the Inktober sketches I did. The plan of action, all the sketches. And I'm pretty sure I stopped with 22? No, I'm pretty sure it was 21. Nuts in a basket. I don't know which one I stopped with, so we'll start here. I know I did coral on the channel. These are 2 separate pieces. For Inktober, I did a piece on black paper and I did a piece on white Bristol paper. So I did 2 pieces for each day up through till day 21, I think. 20? Day 20. I think it might have been the last day that I did. Because I got way behind in October. But yeah, if you want to see the flip through of this and all the finished pieces on the channel, I'll link that below as well. Or you can go to my Inktober 2020 playlist. This is Inktober Day 21 Sleep, and these are all the ideas that were milling through my head. Should be sleeping, but reading a book instead. And then koalas and a puppy dog. You kind of can't really see the koalas very well, can you? They're very cute. Look at them. They're adorable. And the puppies, of course. Who can't love a puppy? And then this day was chef. Day 22 was chef, so I did cookies, like Christmas cookies. And dough, like bread dough and a rolling pin. And then, of course, for those of you who don't know, this is the Muppets. And Beaker is my favorite Muppet. So now you know. Beaker's the best. And he always looks terrified. And then this was supposed to be Rip, but I took it as rest in peace in my brain. Like that's how I processed it. So we have a sketch of like a little church with a graveyard and graphite. And then I thought this guy turned out actually super cool. And then that guy, yeah. So there's that. And then day 24 was Dig. So once again, my fox story is culminating. There's a little note here where he's all like on the snowpack right here. And in my head I was like, I know you're in there. I can hear you. Which I thought was funny. Day 25 was Buddy. A boy and his dog, of course. Or a daddy and his new baby. Buddies for life, right? And then day 26 was Hide. So I have a puppy dog all done in, well, I sketched him out in pencil and then I went over him in charcoal. And I haven't sprayed it with fixative yet, but hide was the word. He's hiding behind the fence. He looks a little scared, sad. I'm sorry if that makes anyone sad. I apologize. And then a kitty cat in ink hiding under a blanket. You know, like kitties do. I know that my kitties did. They liked to play under blankets. And then day 27 was music and how music makes people feel. Record player scene, like headphones, speakers, top-down view, laptop, and then a gramophone, and then a chair back here. But yeah, I really like how the people turned out. And the little baby playing with instruments, dancing. Yeah, I dig this page. This whole page I like a lot. And then day 28 was float, and I have a time lapse of this day that I just put up of sketching these guys out. Yeah, I love hot air balloons. I think they're beautiful, and I love to go see them take off, like unroll them and from scratch take off in them. They're so great. There's a leaf or a feather falling, and then yeah, dandelion wispies, which I also enjoy drawing. And I haven't done day 29. I was waiting for day 28 to dry. I am going to finish these days. I just haven't got there. I want to do one more big piece over here. This is charcoal over ink. It's a stormy sky. Thought it turned out super cool. And 31 I haven't done yet. And then I did a piece for my friend of Boba Fett. And this is one of the practice sketches that I did in the sketchbook, which I think turned out super cool. It's ink and watercolor wash. I really like this one a lot. And then I got one of my sketch boxes, and this is the artist card. I taped it in my book. I'm gonna pull it off so you guys can see. There's a video for this one as well in my art box and creating playlist, but that's this person's info. I really like this piece, so I just taped it in here. And this is the swatch card, and then this is the finished piece. This is the December 2020 sketch box, and there's a YouTube video up for it. But I thought it turned out cool. So I went ahead and taped it in the sketchbook because I didn't want to lose it. And then there's my wolves. These guys were in preparation for a large piece that I did for my uncle, which is also on a YouTube channel that's up, or a YouTube video that's up. But yeah, I did some sketching of wolves in preparation for that, and then just a rainy street scene in graphite, and then I was drawing a castle. And I think I got interrupted with other things. This is like this was sketches for my Stroll Through Paris piece that I just finished. That's this guy. This piece is a 2021 piece, but this is the finished piece for this sketch idea, which is very loose and just to get the gist of one of the thoughts that I had down, and then there's some notes. And that's all I have in this one. I'm almost done. There's only a couple pages left. So I hope to fill it up soon, super soon. Put these guys back in here, that's where they live. And then there are all of these. Like, these are my loose pieces. I'm gonna zoom out. There we go. These are my loose pieces for the year. Maybe I should turn this way. I didn't put a month on this one. But there's little piggies in ink and watercolor wash. And then I have a deer in pencil with a watercolor wash behind her. And then this is April, pencil and watercolor. And then this one is on the same day. I did these two pieces on the same day. These ones. And this one I like a lot. I like the textures of the background. That's all pastel. And then this is all Pitt pens. The Faber-Castell Pitt pens. I need to spray that with fixative as well. This is my very first YouTube video, you guys. My very first fully painted jellyfish. I'm not thrilled with how this turned out. But this is in February. So it's a little out of order. But yeah, this is my very first YouTube video. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. And then we have, let's see, my kitty cat. That's a Faber-Castell black pen, jelly roll, and watercolor. And then my owl, I think he turned out so cool. And I love the background on this one. There's a bit of gouache on this. Practicing with the gouache. And this was me just splashing down colors, and then on top of the colors I picked out the flowers. Like, I decided to just make my own flowers. Thought it turned out neat. And then this guy, one of my bees. I did a background and then I put the bee on top because I didn't know what else to do with the background. So that's how that happened. And this is another one of my jellyfish. I love drawing and painting jellyfish. I think they're beautiful. And then we have, maybe I should give these a spin again. We're spinning again. A little landscape piece in watercolor. This is all watercolor with a little bit of pencil in the background to delineate where the mountains, where I wanted them to be. And this is a YouTube video as well. King Crocus. Oh yeah, I really like how this one turned out too. And my lions. Rawr. He's awesome. I pretty much, for the most part, enjoy how my pieces turn out. I feel like I'm improving, which is amazing. I really love this guy. It's an amazing feeling to have, that feeling of improving. These guys I did all on the same day. They were all done while watching TV. Another lion, another koala bear, and silly giraffe dude. And then, I'm not sure why, but a fairy. I was feeling it. Yeah. And this guy, I really liked how it turned out. The ice bridge and the sky, I think the sky turned out amazing. That's gouache. My metallic paints, I love me some metallic paints. Look at that shine. It's amazing. Yeah, this is all ink, and yeah, I enjoy working with the ink. Let's just practice. This is a watercolor piece. It's a tutorial that I did. I don't know if I wrote down her name. Denise something. I probably should. I'll try and find it and link it below. But I really like how he turned out. And then once again, here's the butterfly piece that I did. I'm really, really proud of that one. And then another butterfly piece. I like to do these, I don't know, the spreads, layouts, and this is, I don't know if you can tell with the cover on it, but it's metallic as well. Let's pop the cover off real quick. We'll put it back on in a little bit. But yeah, he's all metallic. This is Pit Pen and watercolor wash, and then this is all Pit Pen and the Faber-Castell black pens as well. I have a plethora of permanent waterproof black ink pens. And then over the top of it is my Liquitex. Wow, the name was escaping me, sorry. Liquitex acrylic inks. They're really, really fun. And this is my Bombay India inks, the black is. But I love how this spread turned out. Really, really happy with it. And then here are my monkeys. Well, monkeys? Orangutans? No. Oh, you guys, chipmunks. That's hilarious. These are my chipmunks. Chimpanzees. Wow, that took a hot minute for it to come to me. But I really like the watercolor, how it looks in the background behind them. The textures that I got. I really enjoy how this piece turned out. You guys let me know how you feel about it. Practicing monochrome. It was supposed to be like a misty, stormy scene and a river. And yeah, I don't know, not my best. This is also a YouTube video. There's a little bit of metallic paint in there. I think it's my Kuretake paints. And then watercolor and pastel over the top. It turned out super cool. This is, again, my Kuretake paints. My little dude. Look at him. He's so cute. But I really enjoyed making this one. This is a YouTube video as well. A lot of my pieces are YouTube videos. This is not. This is just me playing. I had a good time with this guy. I think he's cute. This is all watercolor, and then he is in ink. I sketched him first, and then I went crazy with watercolor over the top. And I think I got the going into the forest effect. I could have done like a more delineated tree on either side of him, but overall I like it. Strictly watercolor piece of another jellyfish, just to practice not using ink for those fine lines. This is one of my art boxes that I got. They gave us different kinds of paper to use, so I did a side-by-side using all the supplies on 2 different kinds of paper to give people so they could see the effect of the rough and smooth and how different the pieces look next to each other. Tried to make them identical. Pretty close, right? But the watercolor works differently on the different papers, so I was really pleased with how this video turned out. Space crab! I think he's hilarious. I think he's funny. I apologize if no one else thinks he's funny, but I think he turned out cool. I'm very proud of this piece. It makes me happy. He's gonna make it to that planet, you guys. There's a whole story. You let me know if you want to know the story behind him and his adventure. I would be delighted to share that with you. And this was that lily pad drawing that I did in the sketchbook in graphite. This is the finished piece of my little toad dude hiding from the rain. But I think this one turned out cool too. I like the rain effect that I got. Yeah, that's gouache, the white is. Oh, and this is an art box. I got etching, scratch art. That's what they call this. This is a board, a scratch board. Is it going to focus? Come on, you can do it. Don't you want to? There it is. This is scratch board that came in the art kit. And he's just all scratched out of the surface of the board with little tools that came with the box. And it came with inks too that you can use over the scratched out areas to color in your piece. This is the one that I did last. This is the freehand one that I did with no plan. These were the 2 practice ones that I did just to get a feel for, this was the first one, just to get a feel for what it could and couldn't do. I still have a bunch of this paper. If you guys would like to see more videos on how to do this, I'd be delighted. It's super fun. Let me know in the comments below. And then there's the whale dude that I really like how he came out too. This was fun. It's a different way to think about creating art too. Scratching out the white from the black paper. It's interesting. Another jellyfish. This guy, I really am very proud of him. He's in a sleeve, a purely watercolor piece with gouache over top for the spots and speckles and for the detailing in his gorgeous, I forget what these are called, appendages is what we're going to call them right now. But I love how this piece turned out. This is another, I think this is Let's Make Art tutorial. Yeah, both of these next 2 are Let's Make Art tutorials with Sarah Cray. If you guys don't know the channel and you're just beginning, this channel is amazing for just starting out if you want to learn fundamentals. They have art kits that you can subscribe to, and Sarah and her team, they're fun, funny, amazing people that are just super entertaining, and they teach you how to create cool art. And both of these are from that channel, and learning how to paint with them. Super fun. Ah, my bird, my owls. I love owls so much. I think they're beautiful. I could have done his eyes a little more golden, but I think he turned out pretty cool. Ink, is that gouache? No, that's Jelly Roll over the top. And the background is a watercolor wash with pan pastel over the top of it. I thought, and the tree has pan pastel over the top of it as well. I really like that effect that it offers over watercolors. Gnomes. I did, now my channel has a 12 plus few seconds video on a set of 12 gnomes that I drew and painted for my sister that is just taken off. So if you haven't seen that, I recommend it. It was fun video, which prompted these two pieces over the holiday season, which are just fun. They were just fun to do. And then this is a little drawing that I sketched him out in pencil ages ago, and I found him when I was going through paper and sketchbooks and organizing, and decided to just go ahead and, why are you not focusing? There we go. Go ahead and paint him. And I think he turned out super cool. He's adorable. He looks a little angry. But I like him. I like a little angry bird. This was another YouTube video. Another Christmas gnome situation. My sister got me on a roll. It's all her fault. I blame her. Now this is a little out of order as well. May piece. It's a watercolor experiment with shiny pearlescent paints for the wave to see if I could get that stormy wave effect. I really like how the sky turned out. Not so thrilled with most of the rest of this piece. But it was a fun experiment. I had a great time making it. And that's all of the 2020 pieces. This next batch is, I mean, I know this is getting long, you guys, and I'm sorry if you don't want to stay, you don't have to, but these are my charcoal pieces that didn't make it into the 2019 and 18 video that I did earlier. This is a drawing of my ex-husband on the fishing boat and charcoal. This is the reference photo and the piece. And one day I will finish it. And then, let's see, some of these are from 2020, but some of them are 2019. Like this guy's a YouTube video. I loved making this. This is from April of 2020. I thoroughly enjoyed creating this piece. It's pastels on pastel paper. The Canson, I can't ever say it right, Mantis. Yeah, I really love how the kitty cat turned out, and the butterflies I think turned out so wicked cool. I'd like to scan this piece. Just the butterflies. I want, or do more of them. I love how they turned out. So there's that guy. And then, what are you? This is me playing with one of my friend Colleen Drury. She takes amazing photographs, and this is from one of her stormy sea photographs. And yeah, I just love how it turned out. I love working in charcoal and pastels. There will be more pieces coming on the channel in charcoal and pastel, just because it's such a satisfying medium for me. This is a pastel or charcoal drawing of Mount Rainier in Washington, where I used to live. I love this piece. This actually needs to be mailed to a friend of mine. It belongs to her. I just haven't done that yet. Sorry, Marcia, if you're watching. It's on its way, I swear. I should just leave it out so I can send it to her. I'm going to set that over there. I love you, Marcia. And then this is a picture. I was listening to music and having some beverages and created this out of my beanie little brain, and I think it turned out pretty cool. Yeah, I dig it. The camera, yeah, it's doing it some justice. I really like it. I think it turned out cool. As she says about every piece she shows us. But once again, I really enjoy creating. I really do. There are some pieces like this next one that I'm not thoroughly satisfied with, but definitely a learning curve. Watercolor and pastel over the top. And this is just too perfect. I think if it would have been less perfect and glimmering, I would feel better about the piece. Overall, I like it. Once again, one of Colleen's pictures that I asked her if I could use for a reference photo, and this is what happened. Yeah, she enjoyed it. She gave me thumbs up, so that's a plus plus. This is a picture my sister took of the property that she lives next to in the winter 2018. This is all pastel, and I don't think I used anything but pastel on this. Yeah, this is strictly a pastel piece of a winter scene. The tree does not exist in the world. It is, I threw it in because the piece needed some dimension. So that was that guy. Once again, I love working in pastels, which is why I bought myself so many this year, or this past Christmas. Was it this Christmas? Not this Christmas, but the Christmas before. This is watercolor wash with pastel over the top. Once again, out of my head, just making things up as I go. And yeah, just playing with color and ideas and throwing it on paper and seeing what happens. This is once again a night listening to music and just letting things happen. This is that Mount Rainier piece. I did this one first, thinking I wanted to do it in ink and watercolor. I do enjoy this. This bench situation doesn't exist. I made that up in my head. Thought it was a good idea. It's an ideal spot, right? Who wouldn't want to sit on that bench and chill for the day? I would. I don't think I did a YouTube video about this one, but I really like this piece. It is, this is all watercolor with the salt to get this effect in the sky, and then this is an ink drawing with graphite, it looks like, over the top. Graphite, possibly some watercolor, some more watercolor. I think it's graphite. But look at that sky. How crazy cool is that? That salt on your watercolor washes. Pretty cool. And then there's the detail of the ink drawing. A little Castley type thing. I dig this one too. And this is one of my very first pastel pieces that I did when I first started in 2018 with seriously doing art again. I hadn't had pastels in years, and this was a tutorial out of a pastel book that I have that I don't have anymore. I can't remember the name of it, and I didn't write it down in the back, which you should do if you're doing that. Drawing of my daughter. Oh, this was from years and years and years ago. 2005 probably, because that's when this one was done. This is my other daughter, also done in 2005. They made it through a house fire, it's why they look so rough. And this one is a sketch of my oldest daughter making a face. They were always making a face. Teenagers, what are you gonna do? This is a charcoal piece of my Heather. kind of stylized, but still. My little darling Heather. And then this is my Jessica. They used to take pictures of each other, posing and whatnot. And then this is another charcoal piece of my Heather. And then this is a pencil drawing I did of my grandmother from an old photograph I could barely see, and I really wanted to do it. This also made it through the house fire. That's why it's so wrinkly and warped. Very few pieces made it through the house fire, you guys. Very, very, very few. Most of my stuff was in the upstairs, which was obliterated. And this is a practice piece of my ex-husband. He was hunting and we were with him, and this is him looking out over the mountains. And we get so high up that you can see the tops of the clouds. Super cool. Art project I never finished. I was going to have him diving into clouds, but I just never finished it. And this is it's supposed to be an acrylic piece. I don't really care for working in acrylic. And because I don't like working in acrylic, I was trying to do it again in charcoal and just never got back to it. And that, you guys, is all of my art for 2020, plus the extras that didn't make it into the other video. If you stayed this long, I really, really appreciate you staying, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day, afternoon, evening, whatever it is where you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!